Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show where a man completely immersed in anime culture torments his co-host, who is only allowed to watch the shows featured here. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so at patreon.com/animeoutofcontext. Alongside over 100 hours of exclusive bonus material, all episodes uploaded to Patreon are completely ad-free, even to non-patrons. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
I was gonna say something really out of pocket. And I don't do tales.
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
Happy New Year, Remington.
Happy New Year to all. 2024, bringing this in. God, another year that we enter of doing the podcast. Pretty crazy shit.
It is amazing that we've kept the podcast going this long, and I am incredibly grateful for it, both to you and everybody around us. And because of that, Remington, I figured we should start the year off right.
Okay, here we go.
And by start the year off right, I mean to say that we're going to remedy a past failure.
Okay.
Not a true failure, mind, but one of the things that you, quite frankly, you didn't have a good time with.
Oh, God. Oh, why must... Oh, okay.
And a lot of people are like, well, why did you do this to him? And I'm like, well, I had my reasons. And my reasons, I still stand by them. But, you know, we got second chances are important, Remington. And we ended the year with a classic, right? We ended the year with Sailor Moon, right? And then we followed it up with Demon Slayer, you know? Something old, something on the newer end.
We've done, heavy hitters for almost a month now.
And I figured that what better way to start the new year than with a new and improved version of something old? Because Remington, it's all about that comparing and contrast. We ended the year with something nice and old, and we're going to begin the year with something nice and new. Because Remington, today, we're going back to watch Sailor Moon, but this time, we're going to be watching the 2014 remake of Sailor Moon.
Oh, okay.
Sailor Moon Crystal.
Okay. Interesting.
Because a lot of people, after we released our Sailor Moon episode, were like, you just showed him so much filler. Why would you do that? So we never have to talk about filler ever again, obviously. Does
the remake still have tuxedo masks?
You know, weirdly enough, they got rid of the magical twink.
Weird,
I know.
Great decision. We did not need him showing up to throw a rose and disappear.
Unfortunately, no, Rem. That tuxedo mask is still very much a thing.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited at him being gone.
Nah, dude, sorry. Like, it may be a remake, but that does not automatically mean that they completely got rid of a central side character.
He's not.
But you know what they did get rid of?
What?
All of the filler.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And yet tuxedo mask stays?
Yep.
That doesn't add up. You've contradicted yourself, sir.
I have done no such thing. Believe it or not, tuxedo mask is relevant to the story.
Holy fuck.
I know. And while that is genuinely quite hilarious, the important thing is all the fillers cut out, so when we go through and watch this, you're going to be watching the same amount of episodes, 5 episodes of it, but you're going to actually get to meet the other Sailor Scouts. Some of them,
oh my
least.
God.
Yeah, and the story's actually going to progress at a, like an actual story should, not like a Toei filler fest from the 90s.
That is wild.
Yeah, I figured that'd be a great way to start the new year, with the latest adaptation of that series, updated for the modern era, because what they also did with the remake is they modernized it a little bit, made a lot of like the technology and fashion stuff feel less dated, as it were.
Sure. All right. Okay.
And I think it's a great way to compare and contrast and see if this is just straight up a superior version, which, based on the fact that it has no filler, might be the case.
Yeah, I mean, that gives it pretty good odds.
Yeah, or if there is, still some problems with it overall, aside from Tuxedo Mask, of course.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's still around doesn't bode immensely well, but we'll see. Hey, we'll see.
Yeah, and I thought that it would be a nice little sandwich. You start with the old school, then you get to the Demon Slayer in the middle, and now we've got the new stuff. I say
Perfect.
new. 2014 was a while ago, but, not so much a while ago that it's not still new to me.
Yeah, it's not ancient Sailor Moon era.
Exactly. It's 20 years later is a big difference.
Yeah.
So there's not much to say. You know what Sailor Moon is about at this point. point. Just you're gonna see it's still animated by Toei, so you still have those issues in mind. But at the same time, Toei has improved over the years in some ways, not so much in others. Look, I could go on for hours about how much I hate Toei as a whole. But the animation has improved, the pacing has improved, and you get to meet the Sailor Scouts. So theoretically, this could be a grand old time for you.
Yeah.
So without further ado, Remington, I think we should just go straight into it. Let's start the new year off right by going and watching some Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon Crystal. And we are back after watching 5 whole episodes of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal. And Remington, was this experience just far and away better than the original, or was it samesies for you?
Both. I'm gonna go with a good old both on that one.
Not sure I understand, Remington. Care to elaborate?
All right, so Sailor Moon Crystal compared to the original Sailor Moon, seeing the same amount of it. The plot moved forward a lot more. I actually met other Sailor Guardians, which was nice. And yet, somehow, about an equal amount happened. Now, you might think that's contradictory, Remington. If there's no filler episodes, and so it moved forward, then how can you be saying that just as much happened? Well, I think Sailor Moon is just a filler show.
Oh, God, Rem, you can't say that!
Look, the weebs love filler episodes, so why else would there be so goddamn many?
Categorically, the weebs hate filler episodes.
Then why do they throw all their money at it, alright? They throw all their money at the filler episodes, so it's kind of on them.
I bet it's way more complicated than that, Rem.
I'm like, okay, if you're showing somebody Sailor Moon, then show them this version, right? It's just condensed. It's all the stuff that matters, while at the same time, it perfectly captures the essence of Sailor Moon. If you were a big fan of old Sailor Moon and just want a little nostalgia hit, you'll get it. That being said, if you didn't care much for Sailor Moon, this won't change that. Crystal isn't gonna change a goddamn thing. Because it very faithfully recreate the feeling of the original.
There's a lot of negativity.
I am saying it's a faithful recreation. Most people would say that's a positive thing. That's what the people want.
But Rem, the way you're phrasing it is like, good, it's more the same bullshit. That's the way it sounds like from your mouth.
Yeah, because I don't really give a shit about anything happening still. Look, Tuxedo Mask still just shows up every episode, does nothing, and leaves. Now, sometimes, they'll pretend it was a little bit relevant, but that's what they did before with the Rose. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's still the same old shit. It's still overly long transformation sequences, though this time it has... Oh, God. All right, so it has... The CGI for the transformation sequences, it's real weird. It feels like if I were like a 12-year-old and I saw it in a video game, I'd be impressed. But in the year of our Lord 2023, it's pretty egregious.
I mean, this did come out in 2014
I stand by my statement.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
It's like noticeably jarring when it just goes to like pretty nice animation, clunky, awkward CGI, pretty nice animation. I'm like, all right. And the fact that, once again, about 10% of each episode is just transforming is... Look, you can get rid of the filler episodes, but it's a filler show. That's what I mean. Every episode, you're going to have 1 to 3 minutes of transformations, all right? In addition to the good old intro, outro. You're gonna have a lot of things that just don't fucking matter. You're gonna have Tuxedo Mask bullshit, which, if anything, he's more relevant now, but still doesn't do shit. It's... Sailor Moon is a great show for kids, but above the age of, I'll say 10, I think that, unless there's nostalgia there, you're good. You can skip it.
Wow. That's not.
Wait, look, if you want to watch it for nostalgia, sure. If you, as a goddamn adult, stumbled in to Sailor Moon Crystal, all right, no nostalgia. It wasn't based on people like a friend telling you it or you seeing it around in the media and thinking it's interesting or any other bullshit, all right, which is going to be a hard fucking task that's the case for anybody. But if You are that one person who stumbled across it in a vacuum as an adult and thought, holy shit, this is a goddamn masterpiece. I need more. All right, you can send an angry email detailing your case. All right? The rest of you gotta know it's nostalgia, which is fine. All right? I'm not attacking your nostalgia. That's okay. It just doesn't make it a good show. It's not a bad show for its audience.
Man, I didn't think it could get more scathing, Rem.
It's not scathing.
It feels pretty scathing, my guy.
The water is room temperature. All right, this is the water is comfortable. The water's temperature is as bland as this show. All right, maybe the water's a little spicy. Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, my guy, you're attacking people's childhoods here. And while I will say the animation ain't the greatest thing ever, it's still an improvement from the 90s.
Okay, well, no, okay, there were some moments that were, when there were a bunch of zombies on screen and they're just kind of, instead of walking, they're like floating across the sidewalk.
We don't talk about them. I should also mention that this came out during Toei's peak lazy era.
Oh, fuck.
Like, and that was most evident in One Piece, primarily.
Fuck.
But yeah, as far as animation goes, Toei spent like better part of a decade phoning it in, I'll be honest. Most of their budget went to the Dragon Ball Super movies at this point.
Oh, man. So I'll give a brief rundown of the plot. Episode 1, more or less exactly the same episode 1, you know? Very few changes on that. Episode 2 and 3, we meet different Sailor Guardians. We meet this smart, nerdy girl with blue hair. Her name is Ami, and she's Sailor Mercury, and her power is water. Motherfucker, if you're blue and you're water, you're Sailor Neptune, alright? That's the rule. That's the rule, motherfucker. Who's gonna disagree with me? Not even the kids will disagree with me, because if you're like, which one's Sailor Neptune? All the kids are gonna point to the blue water one.
Oh fuck. He wasn't that caught me off guard. Oh.
I imagine there's an actual Sailor Neptune, right? What's her deal?
There is.
What justifies her being Neptune instead of Sailor Mercury?
Well,
if you tell me she has like
her
the power of flight or speed, then I will lose my fucking mind.
No, neither of those. She has the powers of the sea.
Fucking tell me she has the power of the sea. Somebody else has water powers.
Well, I mean, water and the sea are technically different.
All right, we meet her. We also meet Ray. She's Sailor Mars. Her thing is spiritual fire. And when we meet these, it's clear that Usagi, good old Sailor Moon, she is crushing hard. Anytime she meets another Sailor Guardian, she's like, holy shit, they're so fucking hot.
I mean, look, I'm not saying that a young Shaun had
but unfortunately, it's great to meet the other Sailor Guardians. It's annoying that there's just more transformation sequences, Shaun. Sometimes they'll like kind of merge them together. Other times they say, fuck you, we're doing them all separate.
Yeah, like I said, mid-20s Toei. Doesn't get much
worse. And it's not like beyond the transformation sequences that there's a lot of like heavy-hitting, multi-layered shit either. Like, it's very straightforward. Which is faithful to the original Sailor Moon, for better and for worse.
Ooh, buddy.
And then,
the hilarious thing is you and your girlfriend gave me a Sailor Moon shirt for Christmas, which I found
very
fucking hilarious.
And now it's the only one you wear at all.
That is patently not true.
Your coworkers have been asking questions. You've refused to answer them, only making them more suspicious.
Oh please! I work in the water. Nobody cares about me.
So we also meet a little bit later on Sailor Jupiter. Do not remember her name whatsoever. Her
harsh.
She's a bit stronger, and her powers are lightning and flowers. That old combo.
Yeah, her name is Makoto, by the way.
We won't be talking about her again. So...
Considering that, like, her episode is episode 5, like, of the 5 episodes we watched.
Yeah, she exists. She has a crush on the arcade boy, and apparently got rejected by him. And they weirdly... 5th episode, they decide to try to shoehorn a lot in not enough space. They don't know how pacing works.
That's Toei. Toei doesn't know how pacing works, quite frankly. Like, look, dog, there's a reason we haven't covered many Toei anime.
Like, look,
just as a rule.
If I had to choose, I would choose Crystal over the original, because it's more streamlined. And it's not an actively unpleasant experience. I just question why I'm watching. And if it wasn't for this podcast, I wouldn't be. Like, there's just no reason for it. Which, once again, that's fine. I'm not the demographic. And it hard misses on me. I think that if you were a very young child watching it, right? Just sitting down casually, whatever. Cool, awesome. You're gonna enjoy yourself. There's lots of bright, happy colors, fun abilities, weird little monster of the week plots. That's all you need. That's all you need for a little kid. However, I am in fact an adult. I am an adult man. And so, there's not much of a chance for this reaching me. Maybe if I had, like, so much nostalgia, but I don't. And I'm also kind of like I prefer Crystal, but I'm kind of like, I could see a lot of people preferring the original Sailor Moon, because it's, like, similar vibes, so people could just feel more nostalgic over the original. And even though there's technically more filler, it doesn't, I'll be honest, doesn't make much of a difference.
I mean, that and people skip filler episodes all the time, so it's not really that
Yeah,
bad.
so I guess it's a bit more colorful, but overall it seems kind of an unnecessary recreation because they don't do anything.
But Remington, would it motivate you to come back to it if I told you episode 6 was titled Tuxedo Mask?
Fuck you! That sounds awful. I hate Tuxedo Mask. In this one change they make is that anytime she meets him outside of his Tuxedo Mask form, fuck you, he's still just Tuxedo Mask. Like, he doesn't have normal clothes anymore. He just has a tuxedo. He also, at one point, and I'm sure this is in the original, but at one point there's like this dance, blah, blah, blah. Sailor Moon, she ends up falling asleep because she's tired. And then Tuxedo Mask is like, perfect time to kiss a middle schooler. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no, that is unfortunately in the original too. Like, if you're gonna make a remake, you should take out all the creepy stuff. That was my
just remove
philosophy as
Tuxedo
well.
Mask. Look, I don't think it needs a faithful recreation, alright? What Sailor Moon needs is, like, a remake that's more of a remix. Alright, take the similar concepts, but heck, go full girl power to it, not just half-ass girl power, alright? Do something more relevant. You could do that. That could work. And I imagine some iteration must exist. The Sailor Moon has existed long enough. There's probably 20 different iterations. But it doesn't need to just be one-to-one, all right, we'll remove the filler, but then just recreate everything else, make minor detail changes. Who cares? Who cares? Do they? Because they have the original. This isn't something where it's like, oh, finally, thank God. It's just like, okay, cool. Don't get it. I don't understand why this exists. Probably not, but
change
continue.
your mind. If episode 7...
No, you fucking... just... Actually, from episode 6 onward, Tuxedo Mask is the main character. Fuck you. Get the magic twink out of here, alright?
Oh,
we also, I hardly talked about... They introduced more Nazi youth, so... now instead of 1, there's 4.
I mean, they're not Nazis, but...
They're still after the MacGuffin. Still have not...
Yep.
Still have not, like, explained the MacGuffin. And, like, I don't know, 5 episodes in Sailor Moon Crystal, that's probably, like, 15 to 20 episodes of the normal series, or something like that. And the fact that they still haven't explained the MacGuffin, besides being like, it's super powerful! Obviously we want it, it's the thing! And it's like, oh, okay, but, like, any more than that? It's like, not really.
But see, really, you're just missing that 6 and 7 Tuxedo Mask
God, I
experience.
fucking
That's where
hate
it really gets
Tuxedo Mask.
explained.
I want him to die.
Ah, man. Wouldn't it be great if I told you that's
That's
how the
just
story ends
episode
with
6
him
and
dying?
7 are him tragically dying. Those are his final episodes. He also so when he assaults Usagi when she's asleep, the cat shows up and is like, "Yo,
Yep.
hey, what the fuck are you doing? Also, are you friend or foe?" And Tuxedo Mask is like, who can tell? Perhaps an enemy. I fucking hate him. I hate him so fucking much.
Oh, God. And before anybody says anything, just because he's 17
Yeah, it's still
doesn't
real
make it any
weird.
better.
That's still that's an awkward age gap.
Yeah.
Plus, don't kiss people like for your first kiss while they're unconscious. All right, if you're in an established relationship where you have set those boundaries and you communicate, that's fine. To a fucking rando? No. Hate Tuxedo Man.
The only thing I like about Tuxedo Mask is his English dub VA, honestly, because it's Robbie Damon, and I love.
No
Robbie
idea who
Damon.
that is.
It's okay. He's great. He's lovely. The point is, Remington. There's a reason you haven't really heard of Tuxedo Mask.
All right, but
before.
Sean, I want to present to you.
Most people care about the
according to
Sailor Scouts.
CBR.com, you know, everyone's favorite website. The 10 worst things about Tuxedo
Does
Mask.
CBR actually
You're
have
damn
that
right
list?
it does, and I'm gonna read them all. There might be spoilers.
Okay, go right
I
ahead.
don't care.
We're not coming back to Sailor Moon. You don't need to worry about it.
We'll
good.
we'll
We're
see
done.
what I personally think about these worst things about Tuxedo Mask. Number 10. He's way
All right.
better when he's evil. Okay, he turns evil. I mean, doesn't everybody in this show? Everybody gets mind controlled. Every single one of the Sailor Guardians in their introductory episode, they tried to turn them evil. Like,
Yeah.
I talked about this in the original Sailor Moon episode, how they love mind control. Yeah, that carries on. I don't know. Sure, I don't give a shit. He's oblivious to crushes. Bad reason. Don't give a shit. Right now, I don't care about this list as much as I don't care about it. He's oblivious to his surroundings. Also don't give a shit. Alright, number 7. Making fun of Usagi. Yeah, he is just an asshole. He's just a dick for no reason. He's terrible at expressing his feelings. Also, you know, a nice negative thing. Agreed, but also, I care less about that one because I don't care about the romance. He gets captured numerous times. The only bad thing about that is he doesn't die. He should have been captured once, killed once. You know what I mean? Yeah. Being a useless fighter.
If Frieza was in this anime, he wouldn't survive.
Being a useless fighter. Obviously agree with that. He is so fucking pathetic. And the show doesn't seem to be aware, at least right now, which is a good chunk in, how fucking useless he is. Right now, it still seems to think that he's playing his part. Spending a lot of time with Chibiusa. I don't know how to parse that. So I'm just not going to.
That's fair.
Dating even with the age gap, obviously. Yeah, that one we've talked about. I agree with that. Good list. But now we get to the number 1 thing. All right? This is the worst thing Tuxedo Mask has ever done, according to CBR.com. Ignoring the call. I don't know. I think, if anything, I would like him to just, like, fully ignore it, leave, depart the show completely.
I would argue that the alluded essay is probably the
that should that should at least be on the list somewhere.
Yeah, like, look, CBR is bad at everything. Like, we know this. Like, gang, CBR is a trash website, and they make trash articles. So don't trust anything they do, basically. Like, I'm not one to tell you to where you get your nerdy news from, but CBR is the one place I'll tell you not to.
Get all your nerdy news right here.
You feel me?
Where we don't know shit, but we have strong feelings.
CBR is podcasting.
Oh, fuck, self-awareness.
Oh, God. We gotta end this fucking episode right now. Rem, what do you think the mouse score for Sailor Moon Crystal is?
I think that it is 2, and people were like, oh, fuck Tuxedo Mask.
Specifically because of Tuxedo Mask the remake came out, I was like, oh yeah, actually this guy kind of sucks.
Finally realized it.
Yeah, like 20 years later.
Oh, fuck,
what's your real
man.
guess, Rem?
I don't know how powerfully nostalgia carried this. I think like 7.48. It's very difficult to calibrate.
All right. Well, on Mal, with 65,000 ratings, Sailor Moon Crystal has 7.11 there.
It seems like people kind of get it.
Oh yeah, more or less. Like, generally speaking, if people want the raw Sailor Moon experience, they'll watch this for some of the updated stuff and then go back to the original for the stuff that wasn't adapted in Sailor Moon Crystal and just skip all the filler nonsense. Because I don't think that this,
you know? I think the biggest sin of this is it doesn't even like sort of like merge, from what I've seen, it doesn't merge stories or episodes enough. So it's basically, it gives you the experience of it skipped the episodes for you, which, okay, thanks. Did that need a full team to create that? I don't think so. I think their time would have been better spent creating other quality content, but...
I mean, it would have been nice if they had put more effort into One Piece animation of this era. That would have been great. But it's fucking Toei, so they fucking didn't. I'm not still bitter about that period of it. Dressrosa wasn't the worst animated arc ever. Don't worry about it. It's fucking... Look, man. Look.
All right, but I'll leave this as an exercise to our lovely listeners. You all get to decide what's worse, Toei or Tuxedo Mask. Argue about it in whatever comments there are available to you.
Oh yeah, because we got to push that kind of interaction. Like maybe one day our YouTube channel will be worth something.
Hey, they can also leave nice little feedback on Spotify. Let us know what they think. George, there's a Discord. I don't know what the fuck is up with that at any given time. There's ways, the emails, there's lots of things.
Yeah, we have a full outro to tell you where you can find us and tell us things. But yeah, we do appreciate that. I suppose the final question is, Remington, and look, I'll preface it with like, unless there's a weird outcry from the Sailor Moon fandom saying, you gotta show him the original and show him episodes like 12, 18, 20, and 38 in that order, otherwise he's not gonna get the full experience, and it's like a weirdly unanimous thing. I know we're coming back to Sailor Moon, if I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like, don't get me wrong, liked Sailor Moon a lot as a kid, but for the sakes of our podcast, I don't know if we can justify a return to form.
Yeah, I am uninterested in watching anymore.
Completely fair. If you're angry, only show your anger.
That being said, I have just found like 7-page write-up defending Tuxedo Mask, and I now want to die.
Well, that's your homework, Rem. Read through that write-up and see if it has any valid claims.
Wait, what the fuck? There's past lives?
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. It gets pretty convoluted. Like, there's... You think Usagi's the first Sailor Moon? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, fuck. Holy...
Look, when I say that there's complications in the Sailor Moon plotline, there are complications. Which is why I can imagine the diehard Sailor Moon fans are going to want us to return someday, which, like I said, unless there's a stupid, unanimous outcry and they give me a very detailed, organized version of what, when, where, and how to do it, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
You know? But with that in mind, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoy Remington just thoroughly eviscerating your childhood favorites, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. We read them all and they mean the world to us. And if that's not enough for you, you can head on over to twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext, where myself, Dylan, and Remington occasionally play games very poorly. And if that is still not enough for you, you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus material, including having the opportunity to be thanked live on the podcast. So, Rem, who are we thanking this week?
I don't like that this write-up is talking about an Electra complex. Just skimming through it. What the fuck happens in Sailor Moon where it's necessary to talk about an Electra complex? Oh, fuck. What character girl wants to fuck their dad? I don't understand!
Look, buddy, there's so much in here. There's so much in Sailor Moon. There's like over 100 episodes, I think, of the original cut. So, like, if you want the answers to those questions, we're gonna have to come
I have
back.
A write-up, alright?
If you're fine without the... You're gonna spend the next couple hours browsing the fucking wiki. You will be a Sailor Moon expert through context and side information alone.
Yeah.
Who will be
As
thinking
always,
this week,
we'd like to send
motherfucker?
our regards to all of our bland bitch protagonists as well as especially our magical girls. But now we move on to our yandere waifus, who are leaving even though they didn't do anything. And on that list, we have, my name is First Now Bitch. Oops, sorry, I was just overly excited. You're not a bitch, please don't worry me. Zombie Stomp, Zqul, Xanax, Zayden, Yandere Neko, Shaun, When is the Forest Fairy 5 revisit? Well, stuff my ass and call me Cork Borkner. Walk me home gently, Utah #1, Unhinged Prax, Totally God's Angel, Titan CNH, Thopter King, Ruler of Ornai. This week, Shaun gives Judy Hopps a carrot butt plug, which he will eat later. Oh, fuck. The villain behind glasses wants Remington's reaction to Chief Nianta. The Susanator, the Open Window Man, the Danish Viking will conquer the world with Roronoa Zoro as my navigator. I can never pronounce his name accurately. I can't. My brain is broken. Say it.
I mean, it's not that hard, Rem. Roronoa.
No, see, you added an R! Fuck you!
Oh, fuck, I just fucked it up.
See?
I did add an R. Roronoa.
You added an R again!
Look, I'm a Sanji. I'm a Sanji
this
fan.
man
Fuck
said,
off.
oh, it's nice and easy, and then he did the same fucking thing. He did the same fucking thing, not once, but twice!
Roronoa Zoro. There. Done.
That cunt that makes Rem ask Shaun to punish him for April Fools by showing him love,
Noah.
Hina, and then says Angel for the birds. Thanks for being the best thing to listen to while working out. Y'all's mostly agreeable takes distract me just enough. Turban, Super Zeus, Stacey's mom. Snaky Pie, Silent Secondary, Shoujo Addict who doesn't need help, just more manga to read and anime to watch. Shaun, you Scrooge, pulling the evil rug out. The people demand evil for Christmas. Shaun, stuff your meaty cock back in your pants. The angels are watching and Judy Hopps can wait. Shaun ruined my happy sugar life when he drained the birds dry with his big hole. Shaun puts the bara in Capybara Ara.
Oh, God.
Shaun, it is time for... Lots of them start with Shaun tonight.
Apparently.
Shaun, it is time for us to finally tell our audience that we are engaged. I love you, and I can't keep it between us anymore. Shaun had a last that could go all night, but he got out of breath when he had to blow her up. There we go. That's all the Shaun. That's the Shaun section. If you're a patron, feel free to join the Shaun section.
Please don't.
Seth said you.
It's gonna be real weird when I have to read them out myself.
That's what she said. Say hi to my girlfriend Haley. Hi, Haley. Ross Palmer, Rhiannon Williams, RGB98, Remington is right. Remember to wash your pits, Shaun. Rem you too. Rem uses the drums of liberation to free all weebs from bad anime. Rem said April Fool's 2 had a musical episode, so here's $10. Rem loves it. It did have a musical episode. Rem loves the big hole. Rem doesn't completely hate my favorite shows. Quick, Shaun, get into the meat, Eva, as Rem unhinges his jaw so Shaun can climb inside. Pro tips out of context. She's silly, she's silly, she's silly, she's silly. You best appease her. Say hi to my girlfriend Haley. That was spelled a third way. Is this a third Haley?
How many Haleys are there? I mean,
hello,
but how many?
Go crazy, and then just another person with a girlfriend Haley. I don't know how many Haleys are out there. Or if
you're a Haley, let us know.
Let us. Professor Fox,
Form a coalition.
Please won't let my family go unless you watch Vinland Saga. Paco Musico, Other McNutt, Onaragoro is the best episode so far. Oh, Shawnee Boo, wherefore art the capybaras Shawnee Boo? No waifu, no laifu, 907, Nick, Nice Legs, Daisy Dukes, Makes Mango Do, Neon Genesis, Tattooed Evangelion, Neon Angel Huvo. Misaka is afraid after scaling the outside of the tallest building in Academy City to watch the first sunrise of the new year. Makeka 7 Hierto, Myrmicorn Fire, Mecha Angel Sap, Making Fake Malcount so I can rate Forest Fairy 5 10 out of 10, Macaroni Uchiha, Lord of Steel, Live from Shaun's Mom's Basement, Link Jokerl, Liam Dunn, Kylo, Kuitsku, King Rich Rock, Cassidy, Jergidius, John, Jax, Jam Hands. I'd like to thank and yank from Shaun to start the new year. Incest plus MILF equals Shaun's perfect waifu, his mom. In prison, it's a shank and yank. Icon Scout, I've fallen behind on pod episodes, so I'm running out of topical things for Rem to say without being political. I will never get more Ace of the Diamond, now I cry. Hunter Tane. Hey Shaun, I got a text just now. It says durability test level 1 begin. Haruhi is Charlie, where the rest of the brigade are her angels. Glenn Michael Dolan, Farmer Weeb, is looking forward to Daki Marchera. Erica McCorkle, Domo, Daniel Riot, Daddy Shaun, why does Daddy Rem hate fun? Oh, Samantha Honey Angel, fun hurt him very badly when he was a child. Daddy Rem told me a bedtime story. Cryptid MILF does a magical girl transformation, especially fitting this week. Countrified Goth here to remind you that you just lost the game. Chris Thornstad, Cheese Monkey, Celestial Angel Fox. Cat girls are best girls, so give them cute little paws. Can I have some Ruko Shinju review for Christmas? I'm just a little boy in the cold. Rock hard for you dudes. I can't be bribed, says our Angel. Oh, but you absolutely can, Shaun. Big Blue Bear Boy, Bert Bartholomew Flem, Bento Kato, Angel Thankin Yang, Angel for a Good Cause, and Every Day That Raven Came to Visit, Amazing Muffin, AJ Tunnels, The Glue Sniffer, Sniffed Letters into Pictographs, Aisha Gudgy, Adele Girl, a weeb that likes romance anime and loves Doki Doki Literature Club, and Dot. Now we move on to the Boy Wizard tier, where everybody will get their own crime-fighting outfit and name, like Tuxedo Mask. We start with, what does Daddy Rem say to Goth Angel, Dylan, and Mommy Shaun? You get Boots Hat. Viper, your corset tracksuit. Vincent Calabrese, you are...
this is fucking great.
Dress overalls. That reminds me, an Angel says you are interested in men. You get stockings cravat. That mouse girl... You are sarong socks. That guy with one in the hand and that guy with two in the bush. You are blazer swimming shorts. Rowdy-O.
Sounds like a superhero.
Rowdy-O, you are kilt tankini. This is great. This is actually one of the better ones we've ever had. Roscop, you are going to be sandals dinner jacket. Rent a girlfriend, revisit now, or make Rem watch more Sword Art Online. You are Cardigan Thong. Please consider the Magical Girl musical appealing. All I want to know Rem's opinion. You are Fleece Boxers. Nightshade Blade. You are Belt Tie. Monogatari is everything you guys said you want in an anime. This week, a renewed version of the first season comes January 12th. You are Sweatshirt Shawl. Mike says, get in the fucking robot, Rem. You are The Big Hole. Miguel De Leon, you are going to be a cummerbund hoodie. Latino first watch anime at age 3 when dad showed him Mazinger Z. Now I'm addicted. You are, of course, going to be jogging suit t-shirt. Just very, very plain on that one. Cougar, you are knickers blouse. Oh, spicy. I hope Shaun does not fuck me. You get, gloves, slippers.
You shouldn't have to be worried
Well,
about
I guess
that.
it depends. Are you a mom? Because he's on the prowl. He's hunting.
Please don't describe me as on the prowl. Oh, but it's so
accurate, Shaun. I finally remembered how to change this, now what to make it, Spicitis. You are going to be jacket bow tie. Hey, Shaun, I want to aura your ass so hard that you can't sit for weeks. You're going to be shorts top. That's just vaguely describing a very straightforward outfit. Drew, Angel of Trash, Sawdust, and a secret third thing. You are going to be, coat polo. Crimson Reapers just because of the sides. You're going to be underwear shoes.
My favorite explorer.
Carver 271, your pajama sunglasses. That one I can vibe with, actually. That one,
that's
I get.
Good.
Yeah, right? Like, they're just in their pajamas with sunglasses. That's an 8-year-old superhero right there. Like, what an 8-year-old imagines a superhero to be. That's some pajama sambles.
I was about to say, I was like, what, like Pajama Sam?
Yeah, full-on Pajama Sam. Blood Cell, not the protein...
again, like, it pins our age down pretty clearly, I feel like.
Blood Cell, not the protein shake-loving, gym-addicted, always angry white ones. The Gamer Subs guzzling angels, the red ones. You are lingerie swimwear. Really just leaving it all.
Oh, yeah, like, what would lingerie swimwear be? Just like an extra sexy swimsuit?
I think that it would be, like, extra
or
durable
just a
lingerie.
with a lot of frills? I don't know, man.
Beethoven 1201, you are bra cufflinks. Answer, Shaun, do you want a blowjob? Wink, wink. I like the wink, wink, as if it means something else.
There's no entendre there. That's like, there's like no like coyness to it at all. It's just, hey, let me up on that. It's like, no, what's that mean? Our Patreon is weird. Our Patreon is weird. I love them all. They're great.
Your articles of clothing are Shaun Dillon.
Look, Rem, you gotta stop offering us just so freely to our audience. Like, who knows what they're gonna do with us?
We have Anonymous, who's going to get Boxer's Beret. Animated Z gets tutu jeans. Allfather is in Germany and doesn't know what's going on. You get apron belt. And second to none, you are going to get robe parka. There you go. Now we move on.
There's going to be so many accusations of fake laughter from us.
This is a great one.
I feel like.
This
is a fucking great one.
This bit better than Sailor Moon. Now we move on to the inappropriate Joey Wheeler tier, where Shaun, as Joey Wheeler, will make you a Sailor Scout of a celestial body outside of our solar system, and I will tell you what powers you now have.
Eerily familiar. Hold on.
Eerily familiar, like this goddamn anime. We start with Mama Rollins. I'm sorry about all the ungodly things I think about when I think about your son.
It's a good thing my mom doesn't listen to the podcast. She doesn't support me that way. Let's see. These are just a bunch of letters and numbers. That's not helpful. That's not helpful.
I mean, moon, you could go similarly vague. It doesn't need to be like our moon, right? So it could be something else. Or it can just be things without a particular Sailor Scout that haven't been referenced yet. Come on, get creative, all right? Sailor Black Hole, there we go. Cool.
That's what I did last time, which is why that was why I'm being careful. All right. You get the Sailor Andromeda.
All right. Sailor Andromeda, and your powers, of course, are gonna be all right. It's going to be that you know Hitmontop, the Pokemon.
Yeah.
You can do that. You turn into a human dreidel. All right, a human attack dreidel to be specific. Next we go to my dear old mom.
You get to be Sailor Asteroid Belt.
All right, and with that, I got a really stupid one, but I don't just want to go with this.
Hasn't stopped you in the past, my guy.
You have the power of earthbending, but only really tiny pebbles. It can't be sand or dirt or rocks. No, it's pebbles.
The perfect
just ground. Right there. Get some gravel, you're set. All right. Next we got Puddle Bunny.
You get to be Sailor Boomerang Nebula.
The great thing is you can steal absolutely anything and they won't know, but it automatically gets returned to them within 24 hours.
Yeah,
see,
that
there
makes
you go.
sense.
It boomerangs back. Next we got Blue Baron 15.
You get to be... you get to be Sailor Observable Universe.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. You... I'm not gonna do that. Sailor Observable Universe, your powers are every power, which does mean you die instantly, because it just kind of, like, all goes at once. I don't know if you've ever played, like, any type of simulation game where there's lots of different effects, right? And so eventually, inevitably, you enter God mode, you do all the effects, and then just, it breaks the fucking game, right?
You become the Big Bang.
Yeah, basically, you become so powerful that you automatically die and reset, so, there you go. Thank you all for tuning in. If you want to reach out, whether it's for a comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, you can tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext. I almost made it. At gmail.com.
Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate you very, very much. And as always, don't fuck your sister.